Mr. Allen, can you tell us a little bit more in detail how Christmas for All works here in Wilson County?
Sure. We're an all-volunteer organization, started about 15 years ago here in Wilson County. We are really a coordinating entity that brings together a lot of folks and a lot of organizations that want to help kids at Christmas. Our goal is to make sure that every kid in the county that applies with us and has a need gets served. We work with the Lebanon Police Department, the Lebanon Fire Department, the Big Brothers of Mount Juliet, the Watertown Angel Tree. Out my way, I live over in the southeastern part of the county around Noreen, and maybe going to be working with the community center over there some this year as well. And our main goal is to plug in people that want to help with the needs of the kids. And I tell people all the time, our main goal is really to provide memories for these kids at Christmas that otherwise might not have them, because most of us can recall a positive Christmas memory experience, whatever you want to call it. And some of these kids, unfortunately, wouldn't have that. So, yeah, we distribute gifts. We do it the period between Thanksgiving and a week before Christmas. That's when our warehouse is open. The parents apply at the DHS office here in Lebanon, where our applications are, or in Watertown at the Wilson Bank and Trust on the square. They fill out the application. We don't have an elaborate scanning or screening process. If they live in the county, we're going to serve them. That's what it's all about. And we do the toys, but it's really about the memory that the toy creates. And as I said before, the best thing that we could do is fold our tent up and go home, because there's no need for us anymore. But unfortunately, I don't think that'll ever happen. We serve between 2,000 and 3,000 kids a year on average. So for the 2-3 week period between Christmas and a week before Christmas and Thanksgiving, it's pretty much controlled chaos at our warehouse. But we spend the entire year buying, and we have merchants that are very good to us. We can take $1 and stretch it into about $3. So we try to allocate about $50 per applicant, and we can make that go a long way.
Awesome. When you look back in the past 15 years of Christmas for All, what do you feel like has made this such a success for what your goal is?
The giving hearts of the people in this area, not just Wilson County, but in Middle Tennessee in general. We have very philanthropic people around here. And I tell people, my job's easy. I have the easiest sell in the world. It's kids, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
People want to help. And even when the economy was in its downturn a few years ago, we never missed a lick. Some organizations in some areas of the state hurt, we didn't. We have some very loyal supporters, and really that's what it takes.
Mr. Ricketts, is there one story in the past couple years that's kind of stuck out to you with doing the Christmas for All that you just has been in your memory?
Well, there's one in particular. I recount it from time to time. There was a lady that came to me here at the bank 3 years ago, an older lady, and she walked through the door, didn't know who she was, and she said, "Where's the manager?" And that's usually not a good sign. She had a bag. She brought it into my office. She introduced herself, and she said that she had heard that I was involved with Wilson County Christmas for All, and she had something she wanted to give me. And she opened the bag, and there was a die-cast car. I think it was a 1956 Chevrolet, a red one. And she gave it to me. She said, "I've been hauling this around the trunk of my car for the last year and a half. We had a drawing at church, and they said they were going to give away a car, and I won, and here's the car." And she laughed. But she said, "Maybe you can do something with it." She wanted to help. She said, "I want to volunteer with the organization." She said, "When I was a young mother, my husband died, and we had 3 kids, and we were struggling to make ends meet." This lady retired from the Department of Human Services, by the way, so she has retired since this story, since it occurred. But she said, we were sitting around on Christmas, and I told the kids we're not going to, I explained to them that we weren't going to be able to celebrate Christmas as we had before. And one of the kids said, "Well, Mom, why don't we fix some food and take it to that family down the street? They're in bad shape." And she said, we were in bad shape, but the kids wanted to do something for somebody else. That was that spirit of giving. And they did it, and they took the food down to the neighbors. They left it on the doorstep, and they knocked on the door, and they went home. And she said that, a few days later they had a note on their door thanking them for what they did for that family and how they must be so fortunate to be so gifted to be able to do that. And you know, in this family that did the giving was poverty stricken at the time too. So it just goes to show, I guess it's all in perspective, but this lady's kids wanted to help somebody else when they didn't have anything themselves. And you know, I hope that we can help families like that, and that's what we're in the business of trying to do, is helping people that otherwise probably wouldn't get it.
All righty. Well, Mr. Ricketts, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.